And I know the perfect way to do it. All right, we've got Campanelli in the house. One of my favorite brands. Oh, see, we got to keep it clean.
We're gonna dial it back.
I think we could clean some things.
We can.
Around the studio, we could clean all the things. One of my favorite brands when it comes to cleaning, because it really is about utilizing soap and water. It's about cleaning without chemicals. That's a microfiber and Diamondfiber washable sponge set. We have these in the Carr households, and we have had them for over 5 years. They're awesome.
5 years?
I haven't bought sponges, Chris Campanelli, in 5 years.
Thank you very much.
Because they're Think about how much time
Did you hear that?
and money you are going to save by switching to washable sponges. So let me show you, we've got colors. Chris Campanelli's hanging with us.
Hi, everybody.
He's part of the Campanelli family, bringing us really great ways to clean without chemicals and still get pro results. So let me take you through your colors. We have them in cinnamon right here. I also have purple and sage, but you're getting a full assortment, the full family of sponges, 10 pieces. Chris, do you want to walk me through the 10 pieces that we get?
Sure, I can. You get 4 of the large sponges, right? The two-sided, Diamondfiber and Microfiber. One of those sponges is going to be our new chenille sponge. What that does is it increases the surface area of the microfiber, going to give you more suds, so it's going to be great for washing dishes. You get 4 of the medium rectangle guys, same thing, one with the chenille, and then you get 2 of the rounds. But I love what you said. You bought sponges 5 years ago and you haven't bought them since. And to speak on the color story, you and I were talking earlier, I like to say always buy at least 2 sets, because you're gonna have a kitchen set and maybe a bathroom set. Or to your point, you said earlier, you don't wanna make sure that your kids are cleaning out the litter box with a sponge. Then you wash that sponge. Do you want to use that in your sink?
They try to be helpful and they go grab a sponge. You have 2 different colors.
Which is okay, but that's why they're washable and you can sanitize them and do all that.
How did you build a more superior sponge that's reusable?
Because we saw the need for it. We saw that A, these will scratch your nonstick pans, and B, they want you to replace them after 1 week.
Super wasteful.
Right, and so you know how sometimes when you smell your sponge, you get that stink to it?
Yep.
That's bacteria. So we said, all right, we have to come up with a better way. We know microfiber better than anybody, but let's put this thing to the test, right? So this is just the same sponge that we've been making for almost 20 years with a little bit of water in it, right? So this stovetop is an extreme exaggeration. Got egg yolk, tomato sauce, and gravy browning. I'm gonna go back and forth with just a little bit of elbow grease. I'm using only water here. If you want to use your favorite cleaner, like a GP66 or something like that, you can absolutely do that. What I'm doing here is I'm using the Diamondfiber side to scrub everything. Now, everything is trapped here in the Diamondfiber. I'm now going to flip it over and use the microfiber side to clean up after myself with the premium microfiber. The best part is that when this gets dirty, I put it in the washing machine or the dryer and I come out with a nice, fresh, clean, sanitized sponge that I get to use over and over and over again. And oh, by the way, you can actually put this in the top rack of the dishwasher if you want to. Just squeeze it out, of course, and let it air dry.
You're getting 10 sponges.
Yeah.
It ends up being $1.98. Now, part of the reason why ours have lasted so long is because we keep a few under the sink, and then when you have one to wash, once they start wearing out, then I move them along, but it's years. And then I go back to some of my 10 to replenish.
So the kitchen ones, if you want to move them along, move them to the garage, move them to the litter box, move them to the bathroom, but you're still using them and you get to wash them and use them over.
Yeah, it ends up being about $1.98 a sponge, and you're not having to go back to the store and replace. You're also not throwing away your hard-earned money.
Exactly, and so they work much better. So you saw the Diamondfiber side. I'm going to show you the microfiber side. This is a traditional cellulose kitchen sponge. Axle grease on the window here. Could be cooking grease or soap scum, a very extreme exaggeration, but that's not doing anything. That ends up in the trash can, then you have to go back and buy more.
Gross.
So the microfiber side, what is microfiber? Microfiber is like millions of little fingers that are going to lift, trap, and remove that mess in one single pass. But again, here's the story. The best part, when that gets dirty, I get to put it in the washing machine, put it in the dryer. This one ends up in the garbage can. This one I put in the washing machine and the dryer, and I use it over and over and over again.
Did you see all those little fingers come up and just go
grabbing it? Yeah.
It doesn't make that sound effect though.
It doesn't. Those
but
sound
your
effects are
heart
different.
might go yes.
Right. Yes. So this is the chenille part of the sponge. I wanted to show you this. This is actually increasing the surface area of the microfiber, and what that's doing is it's holding way more suds. It's allowing you to kind of, you can see all these little chenille noodles and fingers are kind of making those suds. It's like a suds factory, so when you're washing your dishes, you talk about making your money go longer. This is the same thing. It's the same principle. Using less soap, and you can actually wash your dishes, but not just for cleaning. How about for food prep, right?
Yeah.
Your potatoes and stuff like that, they grow in the dirt. but with a little bit of water, now I can wash those potatoes, right? And they're actually absolutely 100% ready to use after that because all of that dirt is right here on the sponge, but I get to wash this.
That's awesome.
Clean fruit and veggies, now I get to wash the sponge. I'm not spending any money doing it.
Under 20 bucks for 10. It's less than 10 bucks a sponge. Let me show you the colors.
Sure.
Grab multiples because I want you to pick up 2 different colors. We've got the sage, I have purple, and then I have this cinnamon. I want you to have one that you're keeping in the kitchen, right? Run for your dishes as your regular dish sponge or your kitchen sponge. And then I want you to get another color like the pink, or excuse me, the purple or the sage, to be able to have that to clean around the house, for the car, for the windows, for the messes. Remember, this is microfiber too. So not only is it the sud factory, but you also use that to dust.
You can use it to dust if you want to. As a matter of fact, we have a window and windshield cleaner that uses that material to scrub and wash and dust as well. But of course, it's a different tool.
So this won't scratch surfaces?
This will not scratch surfaces. This is what's showing you is the Diamondfiber. So it's like millions of diamond-shaped edges that are going to scrub without scratching. That's a glass stovetop there. And then, unlike any other sponge, you have microfiber on the other side that you can use to clean up. You don't have to go get paper towel or a rag or anything like that. And then when you're done using it, put it in the washing machine, put it in the dryer, and then you get to use it over and over and over again.
Fresh sponge every time.
Fresh sponge every time. Now, some sponges are made just for scrubbing. And you know what? They do a pretty darn good job at scrubbing. But here's what's going to happen. I am left with what? Like a much bigger mess. I'm doing a lot of work, but then I have to go get paper towel or a rag or something like that. Our sponge is so very different. A little bit of tap water.
Yeah, now it's just diluted the waxed crayon.
That's right. A little bit of tap water here, and then watch. You're going to see the difference. Our sponge is going to do a much better job at scrubbing. But then, unlike this sponge over here, I can flip this over, use the microfiber side to clean up after myself. That other scrubbing sponge, what do I have to do with it when it's done? I have to take this, I have to put it in the garbage can, right? Look at all the dirty mess. Ours, I get to put in the washing machine, put it in the dryer, and use it over and over and over again.
You know it's clean when you take it to that next surface because you're just washing it in your washing machine, or as Chris said too, you can throw it in the dishwasher. All right, let's head to the bathroom.
I love this, right? So this is our house. It doesn't look like this. I'm just saying. Hard water.
Very small home.
I do. Hard water, soap scum. Use the Diamondfiber to cut right through that, but then use the microfiber side to clean up after yourself. The whole idea is you can use this on every surface of your house, and you're not throwing away these ugly, disgusting sponges.
Ultimately, you're saving yourself money. Get yourself these for under 20 bucks. You won't be buying sponges. In my case, we're coming up on over 5 years.
5 years.
So whether it's the sage, we have purple, and we have cinnamon, and many of you are grabbing more than one set, which means I only have a couple hundred in each. So be sure to place your orders in our show. It's 1-800-500-7590. I'm glad we kept it clean.
Yes.
Yes, and we cleaned house.
Well, Jen will be proud of us.